So the first thing you have to do is to define your purpose. Do the things that you love to do, that is easy for you to do. And one day you do it so well that you attract the people that are willing to pay for you to do. And that thing is the purpose of you being here, that the world will want to see you perform your act. Purpose is one of those things that I had zero concept about growing up. I was kind of like a driftwood kind of guy. Just kind of go with the flow.
Just go with the flow. Nice and zen, baby.
My father is always like, well, when the sky falls on you, just like treat it like a blanket, or just kind of a lot of like this. If life give you lemon, make lemonade. Roll with the punches type deal. Driftwood, like flow with the river. So I got along. I was, a lot, very chameleon-like, because I had to adapt to my surroundings, my friends. But purpose is a word that I learned from. I learned the word purpose a long time. You see it everywhere, but the purpose I mean that I'm talking about right now is like, what is your purpose for being here? Now that you're born, now that you can walk, you can talk, you're a human being. Well, what are you doing here? Well, you're like, well, hey, Yuki, that's some deep philosophical stuff. And this whole purpose thing took me a long time to figure it out, what it is. Years, in fact. But I'm hopefully I can share my story with you. And in that, you can find little ways to apply it on your own circumstances, so that maybe you can define your purpose sooner than I did. And that you can apply your daily energy into that purpose. Definiteness of purpose is a term that was used in the book Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. He's an author, he's a motivational speaker during the Depression time. It's very similar to the time that we're currently in, and like before, right before the, like even during the pandemic time, it's very, very similar. So it was great that I got to consume a lot of his material, because after 2008, the financial crisis, it kind of it bumped everybody out. A lot of people was defeated, like especially in my generation. Like I guess I'm considered millennial, and we have gotten hit by 2008 and this recent pandemic. So we have been punched twice in the face. So I wasn't ready I didn't want to get punched the second time in the face. So I before this whole pandemic, I was just like, you know what? This self-help stuff really is working. I'm gonna go dig to go see whose material are people continually using. And I fell into this book called Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. And the first concept is definiteness of purpose. And to be honest, I read it when I was in my 30s, and I had no fucking clue what my purpose was. And I read through the book twice, and I couldn't quite understand what I was doing wrong until I realized that I really don't have a purpose. Like, you can't apply all of the go an extra mile, mastermind, positive thinking, time management. You can't apply none of that. Well, I guess a lot of that you can apply, like good sound decisions, good financial knowledge. But unless you know what your purpose is, Like every day, you can be putting in 100% in the wrong shit. If you do not define your definiteness of purpose, if you don't figure it out or announce to the world what you're here for, everything that you do on a daily, no matter if you're giving 100%, 90%, whatever percentage, is 0% towards your purpose. I had to figure out what my purpose is, right? What am I doing here? I'm fortunate enough to be born at this time. I'm fortunate enough to be in the United States, chasing my dreams. So what is my dream? What am I chasing? I cannot waste this opportunity. I mean, God, there is so many people wishing that they have the opportunity I have. I cannot let this slip through my fingers. Like it's the same way when I see someone that was born here, for example, and that they decided that they don't need to achieve. For me, it's like you didn't even have to work on getting your paperwork. You didn't have to you don't have to jump through all the hoops to become a United States citizen. And if I didn't have to spend all the energy to become a citizen, and I would have applied all that energy into becoming who I am now, I think I might have been like somebody already. Without this, I don't know. But anyway, I don't want to waste my opportunity. So the first thing you have to do is to define your purpose. I mentioned Think and Grow Rich. The first key of the book of Think and Grow Rich, using your mind to create this richness of the world. It's not just rich in money, it's rich in life and love and physical health and mental health. So the first key is you need to know your purpose. What are you here for? What is it that only you can do in this world? I know. You do a lot of things that a lot of people do too. But how do you put it so that you can at least allow yourself to see you're the only one that is supposed to do what you're supposed to do, and if you don't create this, it's gonna go with you to the grave. Now, a lot of people are gonna say, "Well, that's not how it works." Metaphorically, like in the nature, if you receive the thoughts, but you don't act on it, and like a few months later, you're like, "Holy shit! That was my idea," but someone else that's doing it something. It's like, yes, I know thoughts come through, but what is your purpose? What is the only thing you can do? So in my example, being a chef is the one purpose thing. Like I had to find something of a purpose. The tool that helped me define this is like there's 3 circles, right? One circle is what you love to do. One circle is what you are good at, and one circle is what you're willing to pay for. And in the middle of it is what I call my purpose. Easy for me, hands down, is cooking. Always been, and I've made a good living from it, and so that's an easy circle to fill. And then the second circle to easy to fill for me is someone willing to pay for it. I mean, again, I've made a living cooking. I have traveled to New York with a group cooking for them. So the only thing that I had to find is something that I love, and so I worked on. I didn't love cooking. I've said that in the previous pod before. I didn't love cooking. I love eating. Cooking is easy for me, and people are willing to pay for it, but I don't love it. So I had to I might have done it a little bit untraditionally, but I found ways to fall in love with food. I found ways to see that I'm actually doing something unique, providing a service for people that otherwise other people wouldn't decide that they want to provide that kind of service for people. And I am the only person that I know that I've been doing what I've been doing for this long for the same people, and they're willing to take care of me and see me grow as much as they're willing to. So I put myself into perspective to fall in love with what I was doing, which is the private chefing gig. So then you found your purpose. Now see, it's so funny the way I found this purpose of being a private chef. You see, I had to put a lot of work into the love part. I put to put a lot of work to fall in love with the cooking part. But what if now that you've created this love for what you do and it's easy for you and someone's willing to pay for it, now that you have your purpose, then with this living that you're having, you take a little bit of that time to spend on the things you love to do for free. Hold on.
Well, hold on on that. Hold on.
And now, a quick break. We hope you're enjoying this episode of The Art of Chef. If you're listening to us on your podcast app, we want to invite you to watch these episodes again on our YouTube channel. This is a completely different entertainment experience. Especially during our guest interviews, we love to spice things up with GIFs and other visuals that really bring the episodes to life. So don't be a stranger. Subscribe to The Art of Chef on YouTube and download episodes wherever you get your podcasts.
Getting someone to pay for you to make a living, to have a living while you work on something else you love on the side, it's always better. Because your art will never be its true sense if you're dependent on it to make a living. So now that I have this vehicle of my purpose of being a chef, what are some things that I would love to do that I can spend some time on, and maybe, just maybe, I can find something that I love to do that's easy for me. But I have yet find a way for someone to pay for my stuff. However, people are already paying for that thing. So I go through the iteration. I was like, okay, I can do catering service. I can do make dumplings, right? Cooking videos, cooking class. And this thing fell into my lap. And I say fell into my lap. It's funny because I'm starting to fall in love with doing pod because it gives me an opportunity to work on my journaling. It gives me a platform to share with you, the people that experience the solitude that I experience being maybe a homemaker or like just a cook in a small place. I don't know. Or just work by yourself a lot and you have a lot of time to go through thoughts. So this pod thing is really like therapeutic. I get to create something. I'm falling in love with all the lighting, all the technical stuff, all the equipment, figuring out how to get the sound right into the video. Like I'm falling in love with this, and it's becoming easy because this is something I used to do while I was traveling. After 9/11, after September 11, the Twin Tower disaster, and me and this group from college, Bethany University, we went to New York I think there was like 20 something of us. We went to New York and just perform and just minister to people. And I wasn't ministering to the people. They asked me if I can cook. So I was a cook at the cafe, and I would make omelets made to order. There would be like kids standing out the line out the door on weekends, wait for my omelets. But anyway, the guy that let the team say, hey, you know what? Why don't you come with us? We'll pay for everything, the trip. It was like a few $1,000s, that you had to fundraise. They're like, you know what? We'll pay for you. You don't have to fundraise. You don't have time. Just come cook. Here's the budget. Cook. So I went and cooked, and I had some times in between. So I was helping out with the tech stuff. So I was like the tech guy and food guy. So now that this pod thing came into play, and that I'm actually have the resources to get all these equipments for me to use and to design this platform, I'm kind of loving it. So here I go. Here I am, maybe like a shift of my purpose. See, maybe it took me to fell in love with something that can help me make a living. And then now I found something that I finally truly currently I love doing. Maybe one day it's gonna bite me in the butt. Anyway, but now I have this platform on a podcast where I can share with you what I would actually wish someone would have told me when I was younger. Like, remember I mentioned in the previous pod that my shoe is full of shit. Like, not that I'm full of shit, but I've stepped on so much shit that I know where all the shit is. And, I just be like, hey, watch out, watch your step. So these, hopefully I can use this platform, maybe is a purpose for me to leave some warning or say, kind of just be there telling my story so that other people wouldn't step on the same shit that I stepped into. You're probably sitting there and say, hey, Chef Yukei, you're talking about all this purpose, all these things, good for you. You found a purpose. You found cooking. You lucky son of a bitch to cook for someone like that. And you have the schedule. You have the time. You have the resources to do all of that. Yes, I'm fortunate. But I also could be sitting there like you, bitching about my life too. But I choose not to. And I choose to find a way to get myself to be better than who I am today, tomorrow. And I'm doing everything I can today to set myself up to be a better person tomorrow. That's why I'm sitting here recording this pod, sharing my story, so that I no longer have to keep this in my mind, so that I can go experience it more and share more. And so how do you discover your purpose? I think using the 3 circle thing could be helpful, right? The what you love to do, what's easy for you, and what someone willing to pay for. Like I said, it's easiest to find something that someone that is willing to pay for, that's easy for you to do. That's always, for me, it's like the easiest thing. It's like if you're good at organizing, find someone to pay for you to organize. If you're good at cleaning, go find someone else that would pay you to clean. If you're good at painting, go find someone else to pay you to paint. Like, I know a lot of people that are good at things, but they're stuck doing something else because they need to pay the bills. I get it. I understand. And I guess this is where you can use the tool to find a love for it. And once you find this love for this thing that you don't actually love doing, you actually want to spend the energy to discover the things or chase after the things you actually love to do. So I'm not saying that you can't love what you do, or you can't do what you love to do and it's easy for you. Like I used to love playing video games. I mean, fuck, I spend hours playing video games. When it's like spring break or Christmas breaks, I would be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get a game and I'm gonna fucking play it to the end, beat it. Like I love it. I would go to work, drive home. Driving at home is like video game, and then get home, play more video games, I go to sleep, wake up, go drive to work, go to work, drive home, play video games. The thing that is easiest for me was cooking. I can make more money than I expect doing that, so I do it. And I did it not loving it for a long time. And then until I fell in love with it. Now I have like this thing about doing what I love, right? So now I went out there and searched to do the thing I love. And then now I fell into this pod thing. Do the things that you love to do, that is easy for you to do. And one day you do it so well that you attract the people that are willing to pay for you to do, and that thing is the purpose of you being here, that the world will want to see you perform your act. The world is willing to pay for you to wake up every morning, breathe the air, drink the water, eat the food, take all the nutrients, experience the world, and create something for us to enjoy, for us to pay for. Finding out your purpose, knowing the hill that you're willing to die on, right? It's pretty key to dialing in your life. I mean, and guess what? You're not gonna listen to this and be like, bam, Yukei, I found my purpose. You know, I'm so good at this and this and this, and watch some of you gonna be like, Yukei, I'm so good at golf, let's go play. Let me show you that I can make money doing this. You said it. Do what I love, do what's easy for me, and people will pay for it. Yeah, I go for it. But yeah, maybe challenge yourself. See if you can define your purpose. Leave it in the comment if you're up for the challenge. Just type in the word purpose, and to let me know that you're up for the challenge to discover your purpose. That is like one out of like 17 keys to success for Napoleon Hill. So yeah, a very, very important one. I hope that you find this pod helpful and useful, and I didn't mess up your day. The journey is yours alone. I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm just here to share with you my story, and hopefully that you'll find little nuggets within it. Please share with me your story as well. I love to hear what you all have to say. Ask questions. This is a community. I would love to hear your feedback and have a conversation. If you're still here with me, my crazies, I love you. Thank you so much for spending your time with me, even till this bitter end. I hope you have a great day. I believe in you. Peace. High five.
Thanks for joining us today. Before you go, don't forget to subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. If you enjoyed this episode, it only takes a moment to post a positive rating and review. Your support allows us to grow the community and reach more extraordinary people just like you. And come check out the Art of Chef YouTube channel on your next lunch break. We'd love to see you there. Thanks again for listening. See you in the next episode.